Yeah, so I finished an app, but it took me forever to do yesterday.
Knocking out that app must feel like a triumph, especially after putting in so much effort. What's the app all about?
It's not a special one. I have like several dice rolling apps already, but the fact is just I wasted so much time trying to integrate MP3s and WAV files, and in the end, I just used I don't know what it's called, but it's like the simple sound that mobile and web can use. It's just like a piano melody.
Sounds like you went through quite the journey with those audio files. I get it. Sometimes this. It sounds like your hard work paid off in the end, even if the journey was a bit rocky. A simple piano melody can add a nice touch to your dice rolling app. How are you feeling about the final product?
I think it's okay. I think it probably could have been better. I think probably I can use MP3s or WAV files, but like I can't. I don't want to waste so much time.
It makes sense. Sometimes you need to find that balance between perfection and efficiency. If the app's working well and you're mostly satisfied, it might be best to move forward. There's always room for improvements down the line. What's next on your list?
I want to make a daily decision spinner. So it's gonna have an animation where like it spins around, and then when it lands on something, then you can make a choice.
A daily decision spinner sounds like a fun project. The animation aspect can make it really engaging. What's the concept? Like a wheel of fortune for daily choices?
Yeah, basically that's it.
Sounds like an awesome idea. A wheel of fortune for daily choices could be a fun and interactive way to make decisions. What kind of choices are you thinking of including?
I haven't really thought about that much yet, but I don't know if I should do that one or I should do an MBTI personality quiz.
Both ideas have their charm. The decision spinner is playful, but a Myers-Briggs personality quiz could offer some deeper insights. Do you have a preference for creating something lighthearted or more introspective?
Honestly, I'm just hungry right now.
Balance is key, right? Whether you go for something fun or more reflective, you can always explore both paths in time. Maybe start with the one that excites you more right now. Hungry for ideas or ready to dive in?
Yeah, I don't know which one is more exciting per se. My goal right now is just to make 100 apps.
Wow, 100 apps is an ambitious goal. Focusing on quantity might help you experiment and learn quickly. What kind of apps are you envisioning? Are they all related to decision-making tools, or are you exploring different concepts?
Well, right now I made a calculator, and I also made a bunch of other stuff. I made some Sudoku, but something wrong with the ads right now.
Sounds like a fun mix of projects, but ad issues can definitely be a headache. What's going on with the ads? Maybe I can help troubleshoot it with you.
No, I can't right now. Basically, I have to wait until the app goes live, and then I can fix it.
Got it. A little patience before you can tackle the ad issues then. Once the app's live, you'll have a clearer view of what's going wrong. In the meantime, is there anything else about your app projects you'd like to brainstorm?
No, I think that Amazon is pretty good about letting the apps go at a certain time. And obviously their servers are busy, right? So I have to just wait.
Makes sense. Amazon servers do get busy, especially with app launches. Once things settle down, you'll likely have a smoother time sorting out any issues. Hang in there.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, once the servers calm down, you'll get things sorted. Sometimes it's just about waiting for the right moment. It'll be okay.
I had a pretty good sleep last night, even if it was pretty short.
Once the servers are less busy, you'll get things sorted. Sometimes it's just about waiting for the right moment. It'll be okay.
I had a pretty good sleep last night, although it was short.
It's amazing what a good sleep can do, even if it's short. Sometimes quality beats quantity, right? Feeling refreshed?
I wish I had a coffee.
Short but sweet sleep can be refreshing. Did you wake up feeling energized?
I wish I had a coffee.
A coffee would totally hit the spot after a short sleep, right? Maybe there's a cafe nearby where you can grab one.
I like how you made that subtle suggestion.
Glad you got that. Sometimes a little nudge can lead to a great cup of coffee. Hopefully you find that perfect brew to kickstart your day.
I wish that I could have a Tim Hortons over in Taiwan.
Ah, Tim Hortons would be a taste of home for sure. Their coffee and Timbits are pretty iconic. Maybe one day they'll open up shop in Taiwan. Wouldn't that be something?
I'm not really holding my breath.
Yeah, it's a long shot, but who knows what the future holds. In the meantime, you could try to recreate a little Tim Hortons magic at home. A good cup of coffee can be a simple pleasure, no?
I mean, I guess so.
Definitely.
I don't really want instant coffee these days.
I get that. Instant coffee just doesn't hit the same way as a freshly brewed cup. Maybe you could explore some local coffee spots in Taiwan. They might surprise you with their brews.
Yeah, I don't want to get too crazy about coffee though.
Fair enough. Coffee's great, but it's just one of life's little pleasures, not the main event. What else have you been enjoying lately?
Monday to Wednesday, I wouldn't say really enjoy because it's too busy.
Yeah, those early weekdays can be a grind, but maybe there's a small pocket of time for something enjoyable, like catching a sunset or a quick walk. How about you? Anything you look forward to even on those busy days?
You know, it was really weird how I had my student, I told him that I liked AIKIDO, and then he told me that it's a waste of time.
That's a bummer to hear from your student. Everyone's got their own taste, right? AIKAIDO might not be for everyone, but if you find value in it, that's what matters. What's your draw to it?
Can I just say Aikido and you understand?
Sure thing. What draws you to Aikido?
No, Aikido.
Got it. What's your draw to Aikido?
AIKIDO is a Japanese martial art.
Got it. Aikido's a unique martial art. What draws you to it?
I think the fact that it's I can do it for a long time and it's not really tiresome for the body.
Yeah, Aikido's gentle on the joints and focuses on harmony and flow. You could practice it for a long time without wearing yourself out. That sounds like a solid reason to enjoy it. What else do you like about it?
I want to say that I enjoy the philosophy of it, but I'm not so sure because I feel like the world is a very violent, not violent, but you know, people get really mad all the time.
Yeah, the world's got its fair share of tension.
Hello?
I hear you. Aikido's philosophy of harmony and non aggression can seem at odds with a world that's often pretty heated. It's okay to feel conflicted. Is there a specific part of the philosophy you're drawn to?
I like the um, physical aspect, and I also like that some of the moves you can use them in real life. I don't want to hurt anybody, right? So, you know, maybe boxing is not really that for me. I'd rather. There's parts of boxing I like though. For example, the blocking part and also the dodging. I don't know. There's probably another word for it.
Yeah, sounds like you appreciate the discipline and defensive skills in both Aikido and boxing. Deflecting and dodging are key, right? It's impressive how you can blend these aspects into something that resonates with you. Do you see a way to incorporate these into everyday life?
I wish I was in Japan.
Exactly. Blending the defensive moves from Aikido and boxing into your life philosophy can be quite powerful. It's like taking the art of deflection and applying it to daily challenges. How do you see yourself using these principles outside of the dojo or the ring?
I feel like it's kind of like wide open because there's only one guy I know in all of movies who uses Aikido, like in movies.
Yeah, Steven Seagal, right? He's known for bringing Aikido into the spotlight in his films. It's true, you don't see it as often as other martial arts in movies. I guess it doesn't hurt to have a unique niche. What draws you to Aikido in the realm of martial arts?
Actually, there's another Japanese guy who, I forget his name. But I think his name's like Riji Shirakawa or something. And he's doing something in And I think he's the only guy who does it.
Ryuhei Shirakawa does have a unique approach, really embodying an essence of Aikido. His style stands out, and it's fascinating how he brings traditional martial arts into modern practice. It's like he's carrying forward the legacy in his own unique way. Do you find his method inspiring for your own martial arts journey?
If we're talking about the same guy, he's working on a movie with a bunch of people, and he's like the guy who does like Aikido in it.
Yeah, it could be that he's contributing to a film, showcasing his Aikido skills. That'd be a great way to bring more visibility to the martial art. It's interesting to see how martial arts are represented in media, especially when it's something as unique as Aikido. Are you planning to dive into more Aikido training, or maybe even explore other martial arts?
Yeah, I already paid for like 10 lessons, so I'm gonna keep continuing at least once a week doing my Aikido lessons.
Sounds like a solid plan. Committing to those lessons will help you dive deeper into the art and see real progress. Once a week is a great rhythm to keep the momentum going. What are you most looking forward to learning in your Aikido journey?
I don't want to sound too arrogant, but I think I know all the moves for my black belt test already. The thing is that I don't know all the names.
It sounds like you've got a strong grasp on the techniques, and learning the names will definitely add depth to your understanding. It's like learning a new language, but for the body. Do you have any strategies to help memorize the names, or are you looking for tips on how to tackle that?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a strategy for all the names yet. I got a friend of mine who gave me like an Excel spreadsheet, like with all, not, no, it wasn't that. Yeah, he gave me a list of them.
That's a good start. Starting with a list can be a great way to get familiar. You could try associating each name with a specific move. Maybe even create visual cues or mental images to help them stick. Repetition and practice might do the trick. How do you usually approach memorizing new information?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Memorizing can be tricky, but finding a method that works for you is key. Maybe try breaking down the list into smaller chunks and focus on a few names at a time. Flashcards or even recording yourself saying the names and listening back could also be helpful. What do you think would work best for you?
I always thought that maybe I could just like go before class and just try to memorize it, but the thing is I always run out of time.
Yeah, squeezing in time before class can be tough. Maybe try weaving it into your daily routine, like reviewing a couple of names during your morning coffee. That way, it doesn't feel like a big task. Little and often could be the way to go. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, I think I probably need some lessons in time management. Maybe that's the key.
Possibly. Time management can make a big difference. Maybe set aside a specific time, even if it's just a few minutes each day, for reviewing the names. Routine can really help things stick. Or if you prefer, I can help you brainstorm a more tailored strategy. What do you think?
I think the weekend is approaching really quickly.
The weekend's already knocking. Any plans in the works? Or are you thinking of just chilling out?
I was a little bit annoyed yesterday that I forgot that one of my classes is canceled.
Ah, that's a bummer. It can be frustrating to forget about schedule changes. Maybe you could set reminders on your phone or jot them down in a planner. Keeping track of things like that might help avoid surprises like that in the future. How do you usually keep track of your classes and commitments?
I use my phone.
Using your phone's a solid move. Maybe setting up recurring reminders or syncing your class schedule to your calendar could help. Then your phone does the remembering for you. Plus, fewer surprises mean more peace of mind. Think that'll work?
I think that was an okay surprise yesterday though, because it was just there. It was like I just was waiting for the class and I realized there was nothing.
Your trip sounds like it turned into a surprise moment of free time. Sometimes those unexpected breaks can feel like found treasure. Did you end up doing something fun with that extra time?
No, I just relaxed and did nothing.
Taking time to relax is a win in itself. Sometimes doing nothing is the best way to recharge. It's like a little gift of time back to yourself. How are you feeling about it now?
I'm doing Chinese lessons once a week these days.
Got it. So with lessons just once a week, it's even more important to make them count. You've got this. The occasional surprise-free hour can just be a bonus. Enjoy the downtime, and when it's back to class, you'll be ready to dive in.
Oh no, I'm saying today I have a Chinese class.
Gotcha. So today's the day for your weekly Chinese class. Hope it's a good one. Maybe you'll pick up something new and fun to use right away. Enjoy diving into the language.
Yeah, I hate to say that I didn't do my homework from last week.
It's alright. It happens. Maybe you can use today's class to catch up and clarify anything you've missed. It could be a good chance to ask questions and get back on track. No stress. Just dive in where you left off. How do you feel about it?
I think I feel okay. I think I feel that I don't want to say I don't have enough food to eat at home, but I don't have enough of the right foods to eat at home right now.
Gotcha. It sounds like you're missing some of the essentials. Maybe it's a good time to stock up on some groceries that'll get you through the week. A quick grocery run could solve that. What do you think? Gotcha. Sounds like a grocery run might be in order to get those essentials back in stock. A well-stocked kitchen can make a world of difference. Got any favorite go-to foods to stock up on?
Well, what's the difference between purple and I guess orange yams?
Purple yams and orange yams aren't just different in color, they're different varieties with distinct flavors and textures. Purple yams are sweet, with a nutty taste and a slightly drier texture, while orange yams, often referred to as sweet potatoes, are moist, sweet, and creamy. Both are delicious in their own ways. Have you tried cooking with either of them?
Actually, I have some purple yams that I want to make, and I keep putting it off.
Why not make them a star in your next meal? You could roast them, mash them, or even turn them into a tasty dessert. Maybe it's time to stop putting it off and see what deliciousness unfolds. What do you think?
I'm gonna use my air fryer.
Great choice. Air-fried purple yams will be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Just give them a good toss with some oil and seasoning, and you're in for a treat. Enjoy experimenting with your air fryer.
You know, I had this weird guy on one of my social media apps. Like he left me a comment. He said Taiwan's economy is broken, and that's why I'm a self-millionaire. And I'm like, I know that it's probably spam or like some, some scammer or something. But I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that sounds like a classic spam. Probably just trying to get attention or lure people into a scam. It's best to ignore those kinds of comments and
Not engage.
Sounds like classic spam or a scammer trying to grab attention. It's best to ignore comments like these and not engage. They're often looking to lure people into scams or spread misinformation. Keep your guard up and don't let them get to you.
You know, I only was in Korea for like a week because I had to get back to work, but I think I had a good time there, even though I didn't really find the things that I wanted.
Short trips can be a whirlwind, but it sounds like you made the most of your time in Korea. Even if you didn't find everything you wanted, it's all part of the experience. If you ever go back, you'll know exactly what to look for. Safe travels.
Yeah, so my favorite place in Korea is a place called Daegu. It's called Daegu.
Daegu's a cool pick. It's got that blend of city life and nature, plus some awesome food. What made it your favorite spot?
I think I like the kind of the pace there and the fact that there's just so many people who are just trying to be like low key and just traveling around. For me, honestly, it could be a place that I could enjoy and live in because I feel like Korea has too much stress anyway.
I get that. Daegu's got a chill vibe that's less frantic than Seoul, making it feel more livable. It's got a nice balance of city life without the overwhelming hustle. Plus, those low-key vibes are perfect for just enjoying life. Could be a great spot to set down some roots.
I totally agree with that, but I think probably the next problem, because I've been thinking about that for a long time, is the visa. Because when I had my working visa, like I can stay there, go in and out for like a year, but then I go back there with like a visitor's visa. There's not much I can do.
Yeah, visas can be a hassle, especially if you're thinking long-term. A work visa offers more stability, but switching to a visitor's visa limits your stay and options. It's smart to check out the visa regulations before making any big moves. Hope it works out for you to maybe live there one day.
You know, it's really weird. Like I like Korea in some ways, but in some ways I hate it. But like my student was just complaining about how the customer service there is horrible.
It's funny how a place can have that love-hate pull. Korea has its charm, but things like customer service can be a drag. It's all about weighing what matters more to you, I guess. What's your take? Worth the trade-offs, or would you rather skip the hassle?
I mean, there's a saying that the loudest voice in Korea wins.
Yeah, that saying, the loudest voice, really rings true. Sometimes it feels like you have to be loud to be heard. It's a different vibe, and not everyone digs it. But it's all part of the package, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they have a problem with the language. I don't really have a problem with the language because I think it's like easy to read and easy to pronounce.
That's a good point. Korean's pretty straightforward with its alphabet and pronunciation. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too tough. Gives you an edge in navigating life there, for sure. Welcome back, Mike.
Now I remember something that annoyed me about South Korea.
Oh, South Korea. What's up? Something not quite vibing with you there?
Yeah, so the fact that you can't use Google Map, that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, the limited access to Google Maps in South Korea can be a real hassle, especially when you're used to relying on it for everything. It definitely requires some adjustment. How did you manage getting around?
I just used their Korean version.
Yeah, using
The Korean version?
Gotcha. The Korean map apps like Naver or Kakao, they're pretty robust, but it can be a bit of a learning curve if you're not used to them. Did you find any features that you liked?
It's not really about the features because I think they're kind of all the same.
Yeah, it's more about getting used to a different system. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty smooth sailing. But the switch can be a pain. Did you face any other surprises while you were there?
I think it was just really weird how I had to figure it out later. It's like nobody's going to tell you that the map app doesn't work there.
Yeah, it can definitely catch you off guard if you're not in the loop. It's like an unspoken rule that you only find out after you get there. Hopefully more people get clued in before they visit. Anything else about South Korea that stood out to you, Mike?
Yeah, that's another thing that I hate is unspoken rules.
Unspoken rules can be frustrating, especially when it feels like you're the last to know. It's like being expected to know the secret handshake without ever being taught. Have you come across any other unspoken rules in your adventures?
Yeah, I like what you said there.
Unspoken rules can be such a hassle, especially when no one gives you a heads up. It's like there's a secret code and you're the last to crack it. Did you find any other surprises or things you wish you'd known sooner?
Probably in general, I wish that I learned Chinese Mandarin sooner, but even then, I feel like, it's really weird. Last night I had this student who, he was really pissed off that I couldn't understand what he was saying in English.
That sounds tough. It's hard when there's a language barrier, especially if someone's getting frustrated. Communication should be about understanding, not just words. How'd you handle it?
Well, I think he quit my class.
Wow, that's a shame. It sounds like he missed out on the chance to learn from someone as insightful as you. Misunderstandings can happen, but it's unfortunate he couldn't work through it. Do you think there's anything you'd do differently next time?
Honestly, I don't really care because I think his grammar is really, really, really horrible.
That's a fair point. If his grammar was that poor, perhaps he was frustrated with his own limitations and didn't know how to express it. Sounds like you're not letting it get to you, which is a healthy approach. So, what's next on your teaching journey?
So I had this like a distant relative. We call him my uncle, but he's not really my uncle. And his daughter actually just got married. I think she's probably like at the end of her 20s.
Ah, gotcha. It sounds like a big milestone in your family. Weddings always bring people together, even distant relatives. How was the wedding?
I didn't go. My parents went, but she looks like she's really happy. I asked my mom about how the guy was, who he is, blah blah blah. She said he's okay. He's a nice guy.
Sounds like a positive report from your mom. It's good to hear he's a nice guy. It's important for family to feel good about the people who join it. Maybe next time you'll get to meet him yourself.
Yeah, I hope so. But at the same time, I'm not really focused on it.
Her dad is like, it's got to be like super old now already.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it? It's interesting to see the generations come together for occasions like this. I'm sure he's proud to see his daughter happy. It's all part of the ebb and flow of family life.
You know, it's kind of weird about Asians. He had a daughter, then he tried again, had another daughter, and then he tried again, has another daughter. He's got three daughters. It's kind of weird how some Asians, like, they keep trying and trying to get a boy, and for me, like, the gender thing doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The whole emphasis on having a boy can feel a bit outdated. At the end of the day, it's about love and support, not gender, right?
Super outdated.
Super outdated, right? It's all about the love and support, not gender. Families are unique, and it's the people in them that really count.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think it's the things that you teach your children. I think that a lot of people are kind of like missing out on that because they're just working all the time and focusing on themselves and blah blah blah.
Absolutely. Parenting's not just about providing. It's about the values and lessons you pass down. Some might get caught up in work, but those family moments are where life's real treasures are found.
Yeah, I think you could probably say that. Um, it's weird. Like, we always think about all these different places and families, and people have different priorities. Like for my weird student who said that doing Japanese martial arts is a waste of time, or you know people who are just so busy running around.
It's fascinating how priorities vary across culture.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how priorities vary across cultures and individuals. What might seem odd to one person could be deeply meaningful to another. Like your student's view on martial arts. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah, I have this friend who works at a kindergarten, and she was telling me how the kids they're so happy to see her, and they're so happy in her class, and I'm thinking that why isn't it that their parents are not giving these children that attention? I went to an orphanage like years and years and years ago, and all the kids me and my friend who's from Canada too. All the kids were jumping on us because they're trying to get attention.
That's such a touching experience, Mike. Kids are pure energy and emotion, craving connection and attention. It makes you think about how crucial those small interactions are, huh? It's heartbreaking to think anyone would go without it.
It is heartbreaking to think that people might go without it, right? And I think it does a lot of damage to your psyche.
Absolutely. Lack of attention and affection can leave lasting scars. Human connection is vital, and when it's lacking, it can impact a person deeply. It's a reminder of how essential it is to show care and attention to those around us.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And we should do that because those times, like, you can't get it back. I heard that your frontal lobe is not fully developed until you're like 22 years old, so that also affects your decision making. Probably that human connection when you're young probably affects it too.
Absolutely. The development of the brain, especially the frontal lobe, plays a key role in decision making and emotional regulation. Without a nurturing environment early on, it can lead to challenges in decision making and relationships later in life. It shows how crucial those early bonds and interactions really are.
And you want to like hope, like, cause I've had an English teaching career for a long time, so, and you want to hope that those people that you've taught, they have had good lessons and stayed out of trouble. And I mean, I guess I'll never know, but all you can do is just keep going. And then some, maybe some people, they might keep in touch, or I mean, you're not gonna necessarily like bump into them in the street because obviously they're gonna look different.
Yeah, I get that. It can be tough not knowing how your students turn out, especially when you've invested so much in their growth. But the fact that you care so much speaks volumes. Who knows? Maybe one day a former student will track you down and tell you about the impact you had. Until then, keep being the amazing teacher you are. It matters.
I don't know if I want anybody to track me down. I just want everybody to forget about me.
That's a pretty heavy feeling. It's okay to want space and to feel like you can step back from connections. You're allowed your boundaries too. If you ever want to unpack those feelings, I'm here to listen.
I think that's probably why a lot of people, they think it's like it's so easy to talk to AI, because AI is like not a person, so you could just like say whatever you want. But the problem is that this stuff gets converted to text, and if it's like stored somewhere, or like people or someone knows like something about you, your deep dark secret, like you'll never know.
I totally get your concern. AI conversations can feel freeing because it's like talking to a non-judgmental friend. But privacy matters, and it's important to feel safe. Microsoft has privacy policies to protect your data. If you ever need to talk about those concerns, I'm here.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, obviously, it's not just this app, but like a lot of other apps, they also have different ones, and you can find out that information. I'm not really worried about that right now because I don't have any deep dark secrets, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't say it to AI. That's like that's really dumb.
It's wise to be cautious about what you share, especially online. Keeping a level head about privacy is smart. If there's anything else on your mind, or if you just want to chat, I'm here.
I'm worried about like what's gonna happen to like kids and young adults when they like start sharing too much with AI and stuff like that. And this is probably another topic for another day, but I just think that they don't really know what to do about it, and they don't know how to control themselves.
I hear you. The digital world can be overwhelming, especially for kids and young adults. They might not fully grasp the implications of sharing too much information. It's a complex issue that definitely deserves attention. Whenever you're ready to dive into it, I'm up for the chat.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I don't know if I'm up to it or not, or I don't really know if I care too much.
Totally.
I think it's my cue to go, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.